I have a very nice looking FS-26 surpass engine here that a friend of mine sent to me for bearing replacement. Externally the engine looks very nice, nearly pristine, but then when I go to rotate the crankshaft I can feel what the problem is. There's something definitely not right inside, whether it's the front or the rear bearing, I'm not sure. I'm not going to try and turn that too much, but I am going to get straight to the disassembly. So I'm going to start with taking the intake manifold off. Intake manifold carb assembly. Let those screws drop right out. And we've got a slotted screw right here, holds the carb body on. And the carb's off. The gasket came off in place. Looks really good. Looks like a very low time engine. I think I'm going to take the back plate off next. And I'll just leave this choke assembly attached to the back plate. There's no need to take that off. The way those screws are popping, it doesn't feel like this thing's ever been apart before. It just feels like the torque of screws from the manufacturer. And there we have the inside. See a little bit of caster buildup or something on the back plate there. Not too bad. I don't see any evidence of any ball bearings letting loose inside there, but I have a feeling it's the front bearing because that definitely doesn't feel good. But we'll continue the disassembly here. I'm going to continue on with the removal of the valve cover. Wow, that looks beautiful inside. Very curious as to how or what happened on the inside of this engine, because it looks like a very, very low time engine. But I guess we'll get to that point here soon enough. Go ahead and take this prop nut off of the washer. It looks like this drive washer is ready to just pull straight off. Again, looks good so far. I don't really see any evidence of anything major happening here. Next thing we're going to need to do is, actually, I may not need to take these valves off. I don't think there is a screw under there. This may just be held on by the head may just be held on by 4 screws here. So let's take these out, see if we can get this head off. Again, the torque on these things makes it feel like this thing has really never ever been opened before, which is a good thing. Just still makes me wonder what's going on the inside there that has this thing feeling so locked up. Such a nice little engine. I hope we don't find out there's some really catastrophic damage in there. Actually, you know what? I think this top screw does act. Oh no, it doesn't act as one of the head screws. Okay, so the head just popped off, and so did our push rods. Okay, so the inside of this looks very nice too. The mystery is unfolding. If you look on the inside here, geez, has this thing ever been run? Man, once, maybe, if even. I mean, that looks beautiful. You saw when I pulled that head off, one of these push rods dropped right out, or it came kind of flying out. I just wanted to show them to you here that these are both symmetrical. There's no intake or exhaust push rod. The push rods are identical, so that's not going to be a big issue. In fact, they don't even have tapered ends, so these can go in either direction and it won't affect anything. I'm going to open up the timing cover here now. This little engine continues to surprise me. I mean, it just looks brand new in there. I'm really puzzled as to what could be going on with the crankshaft. I mean, this thing won't even turn at all now. I don't have enough leverage. You can see that looks quite nice in there. Since I'm probably going to be taking the crankshaft out at least and doing a bearing replacement, I'm going to go ahead and take this timing gear out. Now you'll notice here, inside on this side, the timing gear rides in a bearing, which I won't be replacing or taking out most likely. On this side, when the cover's on there, there's just a small ball that acts as just a single ball bearing. So with a magnet, I'm just going to grab that ball, put it in my bin here. I've got a plastic tray that I'm putting all my parts in. One of these cam followers is right here. It just pulled right out. That doesn't look like it wants to just come out with magnetic force. So I'll just kind of try and lightly grab it and see if we can work this out. Okay, I got it free here. There's our timing gear. You can see there's lobes on either side for timing. And there is another ball there. So this one doesn't have dual ball bearings. It has another single ball. And if you can see deep down inside there, there's just a bronze seat. I gotta be careful I don't lose those two little balls. And this other follower is in there. I can just kind of bring it to the top and pull it out with the magnet. Now we can try and get this piston out of here, but I put some oil on there. I ended up trying to heat it up a little bit. It wasn't really wanting to come off the crank pin there. That'll be the next thing. I mean, I had to put this thrust washer back on because it has flats in it so I can actually turn the crankshaft. I think what I'm going to do is just put some oil in here and let it soak. Maybe I'll just soak this thing in some old fuel I've got for a while and see if that kind of tends to loosen things up a bit. So I was trying to get this piston off the connecting rod here, or the connecting rod off the crankshaft here, and I had soaked it in some old 25% fuel. I got a jug of something I got from somebody. I let it sit in there for a couple minutes, and I decided that I didn't really want to wait for that, so I went and just hit this thing with the heat gun a little bit. And as soon as I hit it with the heat gun, you can see what's happening here. The cylinder sleeve is just pulling straight up. So that's a good thing. Now, if you look here, there's no porting on it, obviously, because this is a 4-stroke engine, and there's also really no pin to or orientation alignment. So there's no worry in just pulling this thing straight out of here. And then we should be able to get the piston out. Now this is a ringed engine, and I can see here, you may not be able to see it here, that the ring gap is right here.